All right. So we are told that the enrollment at a certain university was 2,400 students and increases by 11% per year. And they ask, what will the enrollment be in the year 2008? The first question we need to ask ourselves is this linear or exponential? To answer this question, we need to look in the first line of the question, specifically at the end of the first sentence, where we are told that we are increasing by 11% per year. So when you are given that something is increasing by a percentage, that is a sure sign that you're dealing with an exponential. Now, because this is exponential, we need to remember that our exponential general form is y equals p times 1 plus r raised to the t. So if we want to solve this, there are 4 letters that we need to collect: p, r, t, and y. And let's go through what each of those letters mean before we go any further. P is our principal, or initial amount, that we started with. R is our rate of change. This will be a percentage. T will be the time that has passed. And Y will be our new amount after the time has passed. It's critical to not only remember the letters that we must collect for exponential, but also what they all mean. All right? First, let's try to fill in the principal amount. So again, look to the first line, and it says that our enrollment when the problem started was 2,400 students. So that will be our P. And we place 2,400 in the P box. Now, our rate, R, our rate of change, we've already underlined in red. It increases by 11%. So in the R box, we enter 11 and then a percent sign afterwards to denote that it is a percentage. Now, exponential will typically be followed by a percent sign. The linear questions will not be. Now for the time that's passed, we actually have a couple of clues here. In the second line, they tell us that we are trying to find the answer for the year 2008, but the problem doesn't begin until 1995. Therefore, to find the time that's passed, we are going to use 2008 subtract 1995. It's important to pay very, very close attention here to the year that the problem begins in. Because if they give you a second year afterward, you'll have to subtract them to actually find the time that's passed. And we'll say equals 2008, subtract 1995. Excel will calculate t for us, giving us 13. Now to find the new amount, we use the general form that we wrote here. We will use equals p multiply 1 plus r raised to the t. Let's type that in the y box. Equals, click the p, multiply times parentheses 1 plus r, which is in the r box, and then raise to the t for time. And press enter, and we will have our new amount after that time has passed, and the number of students we would have would be 9,319.8. We can go ahead and round that up by clicking on this, going to home, and going to this box that's in the number section on the right side that's called decrease decimal. We'll click that a few times, and it will round us up to 9320 automatically. So our conclusion is the enrollment in the year 2008 will be 9,320 students. Let's talk about part B. In what year will the enrollment be 15,000? So for part B, we are going to make a copy of what we just did. So I'm going to select everything from row 12 to row 15 and click on copy. Move down to row 21 and click paste to make a new copy. Now our goal is to make the new amount 15,000 students. Now to do that, we need to use goal seek, because we can't just type 15,000 into the Y box and expect it to give us the right answer automatically. We need to tell Excel that it's supposed to change it to 15,000. So we are going to go to Data, What If, Goal Seek. So we click on the Y box first. Go to Data, What If, Goal Seek. You can leave the top box alone. It's already going to be fine. In the middle box, we type in the value that we're after. Now our goal is to make the new amount to say 15,000. So in the middle box, type 15,000. Then, by changing cell is the third box. Now we want that third box to change the amount of time that's passed, okay? Because the rate is always 11%, and the starting amount is always 2,400. So we don't touch those. We're going to be changing the time that's passed. We're effectively going to wait until we reach 15,000, which is going to take a little bit more time than the 13 we have right now. So press OK. Excel will adjust the value for us. There we are. So we have that the amount of time that's passed is 17.56 years. So goal seek tells us an answer of 17.56 years. That means 17.56 years have passed since the starting year, which was 1995. So the new year is 1995 plus the 17.56 years. So we'll say 1995 plus 17.56. We get 2012.56. So that means the enrollment will change to 15,000 in the year 2012. So we have the answer to B now, because we know in year 2012 we'll get the correct enrollment. The Y says 15,000, the time says 17.56. All we have to do at that point, once we have it, is add it back to the 1995, which was where the problem started.